Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Steve from GraphicDesignerTips.com. I had a question asked to me the other day by username GLongSJK, cool photo by the way, and it's a very good question that they asked me. They basically said, how do you give the completed graphic design project to a client? What types of files, how many, and on what media do you provide it to the client? Now, like I said, that's an awesome question because I think a lot of people run into that issue. And the first thing I'm going to say about this before I get into what you should actually provide your client is make sure when you're signing contracts with your client, in those contracts, you're letting them know what they're getting. Because at the end, they might expect certain things that you're unable to provide or that you're not willing to provide unless you charge them something else. And at that point, you're just going to piss them off if you say, oh, well, by the way, CD is going to cost you this much. You need to determine that right in the beginning. So this isn't really a tutorial. This isn't really a talk about contracts. That's going to be something else later on what to really have in your contracts. But basically, you want to get that ironed out right from the get-go. All right, so the next thing you want to determine is where are my clients that I'm designing for? And what I mean by that is, are you talking about local clients or are you talking about, clients that are far away? I live in New York and I recently just finally got my first international client. And but before that, I had other clients throughout the United States. So what you're able to do nowadays because of technology, of course, is you're able to provide files and send things through the internet. This is no brainer. This is 2012. But you need to, like I said, determine that right in the beginning. So I'm going to let you guys know what I basically do for my clients and how it works. For all of my local clients, I always provide them with CDs at the end of the project. So what you want to invest in, number one, you want to get a stack of CDs. All right. If you own your own business, it's a write-off. 25 bucks right there, write it off. Okay. Next, you want to get these little CD sleeves, or you want to get the little plastic ones, okay? Third, you want to actually make CD covers. You want to be a little bit more legit. You want to brand yourself on your CD covers too, because if it's a plain CD, they're more likely to lose it or get it scratched. When it's something nice that it looks like somebody took the time to really do something creative and original on, they're going to preserve it a little bit better. This actually has my old branding on it from my company SML Studios out in New York, but I still use it. It really doesn't matter. But I always give them the option. A lot of people don't want CDs, but a lot of the old schoolers, no offense to, putting you in that category of old schoolers, I'm technically an old schooler. I like CDs, all right? So you know what? I give all my old school clients CDs. If they want them, most likely they will want them. But that's what you want to provide stuff on the CDs, all right? Before I get to the stuff, the next thing is electronically. In addition to that, and this is all a part of the design. I don't charge them extra for it. Don't nickel and dime your clients. You're only going to piss them off in the end. You want to become business with your clients, but also become close with your clients because they're the ones who are going to be your lifeline to other people and help you network. So, I would say maybe 80 or 90% of my clients I become very close with. I become best friends with my clients. I feel bad charging them after a while, but that's just how it goes. So, but CDs, all right, number one. Number two, electronic files. Now, you can send anything through an FTP or sending it up to a link to your website or through Dropbox, any type of service like that. And you want to package files in like a zip folder. So basically, when you get all your files, you want to package them into a zip folder. Now, we're going to get to what you guys came here to listen to. What kind of files should I be giving my clients? In the end, when you zip up files, you need to make sure that all the files that you have are organized. You want to make sure that, if you have, your regular files, your design files, your PDF files, anything else that you're providing to them, you want to make sure those are all in folders because when they open that folder, they're going to be confused about all the stuff. Basically, the way that I do it, ethically, I provide my clients anything that they would need. I don't give them the native files unless they ask me, but I give them every type of printed file, printer spread, or every type of a PDF, JPEG files that they would need for any other printer or any graphic designer to change their artwork. They can always come back to me for the native files, but I don't necessarily give them those native files. I don't keep the copyrights to them ethically. I don't do that. That's ethically, it's the wrong thing to do. They did pay for their work. A lot of designers, again, piss their clients off because they retain that, try to get a stronghold on their client to make a couple bucks. And in the end, you lose business and you lose referrals, future referrals. But basically, you want to give them printer files with bleeds on them. You want to make sure that if you disappeared off the face of the earth, they'll be able to work with what they paid for. So in a way, if you feel like it, you could give native files to a client. Make sure you outline all your fonts, because you don't know if the fonts that you have are actually commercial fonts that you're able to give to your client. It's a touchy subject when it comes to stock photos. What I do basically is when I provide the layouts with the stock photos in there, I don't use them in other projects. So I tell the client technically they don't have rights to redistribute them. But that's up for, that's a topic of conversation. If you want to leave in the comments below at the end of this video, let me know what your thoughts are on this. I may be wrong. I may be right on certain aspects of it, but this is how I do it. This is what I've been taught. All right, so think about it this way. You really want to give your client everything they need so they will stop coming back for you for things that you should have given them already. Basically, if they're trying to make their own letterhead and they need their logo, they're trying to upload it in Microsoft Word. Obviously, if you did give them the native files, the Illustrator files, they're not going to be able to open them. If you give them a PDF file, of the logo and it has crop marks on it, they're not necessarily going to be able to upload that in Microsoft Word without the crop marks and everything like that. So you're going to have to give them specific size JPEGs. What I do for my clients is I provide them not only with the high resolution files with the added bleed, like I said before, fonts outlined, images embedded, PDFs. PDF stands for portable document format. So if I open up a PDF that I made today on a computer 10 years ago, most likely, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it's going to open up. It's a universal file. So you can really open it on any printer, on any computer. As a printers, we want PDFs, high resolution PDFs. So give high resolution PDFs of all your work to your clients. You can even give them EPS files, TIFF files, JPEG files, but just make sure there's bleeds on there. But when you're sending for printer stuff, make sure it's PDF files. You'd want to give your client JPEG or TIFF files when they're of their logo, stuff like that. Stuff where they're going to be able to, manipulate their artwork themselves and upload it onto a blog or onto their Facebook page for, their profile picture or whatnot. So high resolution files, organize them into folders, and just thinking about anything else that you might need to provide for them. That's really it. Always be accessible to your clients. So, hey, say you forget something. I give everything that I need to my clients, but guess what? They always come back to me for other things they need. They're making an email signature, and I gave them a logo that was this big, but the email signature needs to be smaller. So when they condense it, it actually distorts it. So basically, all they're going to come to me is say, oh, listen, can you make your logo, my logo, this a little bit smaller so I can put it in my email signature or whatnot. Like I said, don't nickel and dime them on that unless, they're a heckler and they keep coming back to you. But they already paid for their project. They have the right from me for me to give them the service that they need. I provide to them and give them what they're looking for. So that's really it. If you have any questions, definitely comment below. Let me know what's going on here. I usually answer questions in video now. So if you have any questions about the graphic design field or concerns, definitely leave them down below. If you like what you saw here, click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to our channel. You'll get these videos every time they come out. I put out a couple of videos a week, and I have a different series. So you'll learn, cool things in each one. Again, my name is Steve Looney from GraphicDesignerTips.com. I hope you learned something here today. Next time you're providing files to your client, like I said, look suave with a nice CD, badass right here. Hand them out and send the electronic files. And don't send the electronic files until they pay you. All right. Don't let somebody have all your files and now they have the upper hand and they don't pay you. But that's all about contracts and letting them know what the deal is of everything, your whole, how you work in business. So that's it, everybody. Have a good night. Peace.